So no one gets married to get divorced, and I did. I got married to one of my best friends. I'd known him for 12 years. We loved each other, and I felt good about marrying him. And it was okay for a while, but after several years and a couple kids and stresses of life and law school and jobs and debts, connecting got harder and harder. His goals got more and more different from mine, and in some ways I felt like I was just in a situation where I was trying to meet his needs and trying to meet his goals, and I just didn't get fed. And I mean, like emotionally or spiritually, or I just felt really lonely. In this time, he also got addicted to prescription drugs, and it was pretty ugly for a while. And then finally, we got to a critical point where he just had to stop. And he stopped, and the acute withdrawal from prescription drugs is horrible. It's scary. And after that, what happens is you get dysphoria, which is a word I hadn't heard before, but it's actually the opposite of euphoria. So imagine someone really happy, like the opposite of that is depressed, and this emotional detachment that is kind of unbearable. So he just emotionally disappeared for years. As a result, because I couldn't emotionally connect with him, I started emotionally connecting with other people. Not like an emotional affair with other people, but like I spent more time with my family, and I spent more time with my friends, and I just connected with other people because he couldn't connect with me. I am a girl who was raised with this concept that we get married and we stay married. And that I guess this was my challenge, that I was supposed to carry this load and help him get through it, even if we couldn't emotionally connect, even if I didn't get kind of the help or the support that I felt like I needed. On top of this, I am a divorce attorney mediator, so I get divorce. I actually know how horrible it is. I didn't have any illusions that the grass was greener on the other side, and I was committed to him. I loved him, you know? I didn't have a partner though, and it was really hard. But on the other hand, he wasn't cheating on me. He wasn't, addicted to porn. He'd worked through his drug addiction, which is amazing because that's a super hard thing to do, and I was super proud of him for that. And I didn't come from a family of divorce, so I didn't know how to do it. And honestly, I was terrified. I'm the oldest child as well, so I was terrified that I'd just disappoint everybody. I stuck it out, and I stuck it out for a long time. And then, randomly, he was gonna leave. That was devastating. Like, it took me to this point where I'm like, wow, like I've loved you and I've struggled and I've sacrificed everything for you. And so he left me. And as hard as that was, to realize that this thing that was never supposed to crumble was crumbling, it was this amazing gift too, because I could move on. It's a hard message to convey just because everybody's divorce is so different. It's not like there's a common story. I mean, there are certainly themes to divorce, but if you can be partners and make something work, great. Fight for it. Like, divorce is not fun for anybody, right? But the advice that I'd give is that God has a plan, and it's not always the blueprint that you think it should be. And so just listen and ask and be open to different answers. It's all God. It's all the atonement. Sometimes those ways aren't through the joys and the blessings and the gifts, but really through the challenges and the opportunities that we have to embrace them and learn from them.